hey, do you want to set yourself up in a way that PC Gamer can make an article saying this story's garbage and doesn't make any sense? Or do you want to have a trailer that people go, I can't wait to fly a dragon? That's what they did.
Yeah. And I mean, think about Mists of Pandaria, because really the lesson here is that every good World of Warcraft expansion is derivative of a DreamWorks property, be it Kung Fu Panda or, of course, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Which does mean I don't know what the next WoW expansion will be good after this. I suppose we'll have to find the DreamWorks property that we like.
I don't know if they've been good recently.
It makes me think about something. So the Mists of Pandaria cinematic is one that initially had people a bit like, whoa, what? Right? Like the art style felt a bit different. Stuff was like, odd. And it wasn't a trailer that just went, I am Illidan. I'm Arthas. I'm Deathwing. I mean, come on, the Cataclysm trailer was so cool. And then this one was just like, what? Is the point of the trailer is that this is what shit means to people? Oh, wait. And then you actually play through the experience of that expansion.
Yeah.
And it turns out that trailer is a really good encapsulation of the vibe of that expansion. It's a vibe that ends up going down really well. I mean, I really like the mock trailer. It's got like a lot of beautiful moments in its music and stuff. But I think this whole new cinematic thing is like a good example of that very same thing. Just trying to sell the emotional experience of the game in a way that is, that is like less, here's the terrible villain that you care about and must destroy. Because I think they've realized that doesn't really work as well. It's better that we go on an adventure and then we find our villain through experiencing that villain. So thinking about Razageth, like the way that they showed off Razageth was really cool in that trailer because Razageth, she just looked really, really, really fucking cool.
Yeah,
but then the point is you will see little bits of Razageth as you do already, of course, loads of people doing the Evokers have seen that. Some of the stronger moments, like in the Onaran Plains, Onaran Plains even. So I guess we'll find our villains, which I'm kind of happy with. And they did say that by the end of the sort of initial thrust, we'll kind of know the direction we're going into.
Yeah, and I think the reason that we didn't really need to do that so much for Wrath and Legion was because, we did that plenty in Legion. We did see lots of, especially in the Maidstar stuff, we did have a lot of smaller recurring villains, so they were able to set that up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
But you look at, like, Wrath, it's like, well, we don't need to see Arthas before the cinematic because we know who Arthas is because we played Warcraft 3 or heard about Warcraft 3 and heard about who Arthas is. And then they did it anyway because obviously we saw Arthas everywhere in Icecarn. So it's that idea of, will they actually do that and kind of stop... I guess do the work first instead of trying to sell us on something and then finish it off later on. Just go, hey, here's something maybe. That said, whoever in the cinematics team were like, let's put a big camera vor scene in there where it's just inside Razageth's mouth. Whoever greenlit that, everyone knows that what you were doing. Like everyone knows. Like there are people who have things they like and they can't help but put them into their creative works. And I think that was certainly one of them.
Yeah.
Same with the Drac Theater overall, but yes. Yeah. That is the interesting thing where you see like in that cinematic, the Drac Theater shot out of nowhere felt a little bit like what's happening to my continuity, but it was also like, hey, they made a really cool like effects of Drac Theater stuff. And we'll put it somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just they're trying to sell the fantasy, sell the experience, and we're maybe seeing that's a fantasy and experience that people are perhaps a bit more open to.